If you go on to enjoy the video, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing. It does really help me out a lot. And if you're into Funko Pops, I've just started a brand new channel dedicated to them. The link for that can be found in the description. And beat the random lottery that is FIFA points by buying the coins direct from u7buy.com. Use code TVM at checkout for a 5% discount, or if you're a new customer, get 8% discount. The link is down below. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to a very sad day in the world of football. I'm not going to get into it in this video, but I may do in another one once I don't know. Maybe not. This isn't really a channel based on real world football. Let's talk about the game. Kostic, 88 rated. Player of the Month. This was released quite a while ago now, but I've only just got round to getting the review done. Such a weird card. What position do you play him in? That is the biggest problem, because in my opinion, playing someone with a 2-star weak foot, 3-star skills, with probably agility issues at left wing, or left mid even, might not be the way to go. So his defensive stats are okay. They're not great. For an 88 rated player in general, his defensive stats are quite bad, but because he's a left mid, it's not as bad. If you give him a chem style to boost that, so a shadow or an anchor or a dedicated defensive chem style, to get those up into the 80s, then all of a sudden you start thinking, well, maybe I could use him as a left wing back, possibly. And I think that's probably where his best position is going to be, so that the weak foot and the skill moves don't come into it as much. They still matter, and it's still annoying that he doesn't have 3-star, 4-star weak foot, but they are going to be out of the way a little bit, so you don't have to worry. It's going to waste a few things, you know, shot power, positioning, long shots. Now and again, you might have an opportunity to hit one from a corner or something, which is fine, but for the most part, it is going to be a wasted set of stats. His crossing, if you use 5 at the back and you use him as a wing back and you have a little bit of an overlap on the go, that crossing is going to come into play. 98 crossing is massive. Of course, we have high work rates, which for a left wing back is actually really good. We've already talked about the skill moves in the weak foot. 6 foot, which is decent average body type. It's not bad for that position. And of course, the acceleration and the sprint speed in general is very good. 94, 92. On paper, it's a good card. It's just a question of where do you play him, and that is going to be the topic of this video more than it is going to be whether he's actually a good player or not, because when I reviewed him, I did it in co-op in Rivals, and I had absolutely no idea where to play him. We put a hunter on him first of all, because I thought, well, he'll probably end up going as a striker more than he will anywhere else. This isn't actually the full team that we put. He was on 10 chem when we were playing with him, but it's been so long since I've done it that we had to go back and sort of half build a team around him just to be able to get this shot for you. But those are, for the most part anyway, the players that he played with in the team, but not in that order. So he is on 7 chem there, but he was on full chem when he was being reviewed. But yeah, initially we started him as a striker because we don't really play. I mean, we 4-1-2-2 sometimes, 5-3-2 sometimes, 4-3-3 sometimes, but played him as a striker for the most part anyway in this game and maybe the next, just to see what that did for him. Then we moved him out to a sort of left wing, left mid position. Then we moved him to a cam. Then he played centre mid, where he wasn't actually that bad as a box-to-box because of his work rates. Then we played him at left wing back, and we played him somewhere else as well, which you'll see briefly at the end of the video. As you can see, he's got an engine on him there because it was switched. We had a hunter on him for a while, didn't really work. Put an engine on him, didn't really work. Kept switching the chem styles around based on the position that he was playing in. It is such a weird card to try to get to grips with. Now, I'm not saying it's bad. Just because I don't know where to play him doesn't mean it's a bad card. Because this card, for the price anyway, an 88 rated card for about 50, 60k, is not that bad at all. I'm not sure at the moment anyway, because I haven't checked for a couple of days, but I'm not sure at the moment whether you can actually go onto the market and buy an 88 rated card for this price. Maybe it's a little bit more. Can't quite remember. It's going to be in and around this price, maybe 10k more, but either way, it's a good price for an 88 rated card. The question on everyone's lips really is, where did I prefer to play him? I think left wing back was probably his best position. As a striker, to be fair, he wasn't awful. He just wasn't anywhere near as good as the other strikers on offer within this club. So, of course, if you don't have a club that is stacked or even with a team that you're that happy with, maybe Kostic could be a decent striker, could be a decent left wing, or even a cam. But for me personally, being unable to use that weaker foot, and it's not even a case of, oh, I'll try not to use it. You literally cannot. It's pointless. 2-star weak foot is useless. You try and kick a ball with that right foot, it is not going where you intended it to go. So, just bear that in mind, especially when you're playing him as a striker. If you're all of a sudden on the wrong foot, you then have to try and work out how to get onto the stronger foot, or hopefully be able to pass it off, which is and can be very frustrating. As a cam, very similar situation. If you get on the wrong side, how do you play that ball across? You can't. If Kostic came in from the opposite angle, because he was playing as a cam in this game, I think, if you come in from the opposite direction or side of the pitch, you can't dink that ball across with the right foot because it's not going to go where you want it to go. And then all of a sudden we don't score the goal and we're losing 2-1. So, yeah, it's a really irritating trait that he has. Brilliant crossing on him, to be fair. 98 crossing without a chem style is fantastic. Bang on. Really, really like that about him. You can just pinpoint a cross without really looking. And, of course, they can be any cross you want. You can put in a low driven, you can float one in there, you can drive a decent cross in. He's not terrible on the ball, his first touch is alright. He doesn't feel very agile at all, that's the only problem. In a straight line he's quite quick, which is decent, and that's nothing to be sniffed at, because this guy, obviously, he can dribble and he does have decent ball control and he can put a really good pass in. So if you can use that pace and you can get down the byline, you can put a good ball into the penalty area, and that's how you get a lot of your goals with a player like this. And I think that's probably why, as a left wing back, it's a lot more dangerous to use him in that position than it is anywhere else, because you can make those runs down the left-hand side, send him on those runs, have the overlap on the go, and he has 97 stamina, so he should be able to do it the entire game. Does score the odd goal like that. That was with his right foot as well, actually, which is unreal. The other position that we tried him in, I wouldn't recommend it. It was in goal. Why not? We're in rivals. We chucked him in goal just to see what it was like, and I can confirm Kostic is probably the worst goalkeeper we've ever used. Saying that, though, he didn't concede a goal in his first game. Might have something to do with the fact that they didn't get a shot, but in the second game he conceded 3 in about 4 minutes, and then we brought Edison on, who conceded 4 in 4 minutes. So yeah, maybe Kostic isn't that bad in goal, but either way, don't use him as a goalkeeper. This card is very good value for coins, regardless of whether you're going to use him or not. I know it sounds stupid, but you could then use an 88 rated card in another SBC for the value of what this is. And if you are interested to try him out, of course, you have that option as well, which I thought was really good. In general, I mean, his work rates and positioning, very good. His crossing is fantastic. Stamina for days. First touch is nice. Pace in a straight line is really good. The downsides for me really were the lack of mobility. His natural finishing was questionable at times. His agility didn't feel great. And of course, he's not great defensively. So even if you do play him as left wing back, he's not going to be the best left wing back you can get. I would rather have Gunter from Freiburg's foot birthday card, or even on Wednesday you can pick up his 84 rated inform, because he should get one of those, and you get very similar links, if not better links, and he's probably going to be better in that position than Kostic is. So one for the fans more than anybody else, and of course if you are looking for an 88 rated card, you might as well pick this guy up. But yeah, what a strange card, and I still don't know where to play him. Let me know if you've had that problem with him, or anyone else for that matter, in the comment section down below. If you have enjoyed this video though, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.